Drives going down, got the team in the end zone, and we looked really good against the defense.
Well, a lot of people are asking about your health after the scrimmage. We heard you were banged up.
Oh yeah, no, I just got in there. We went through a couple series. I got a little banged up. Tried to go back in there. Right after practice, went straight into the training room, got some treatment, and then I'm back out here. And I just went through practice, didn't miss a rep, so I'm good to go.
Are the quarterbacks live at all during practice or the scrimmages so far?
Not this camp. That was back in the spring when it was live, but no, not this camp. No.
So it's just a bruised knee?
Yeah, it's just a bruise, nothing good, nothing bad. So I'm fine. Went through the whole practice today, felt great. So I'm good to go.
What was working for you guys on that first drive in the scrimmage when you 13 plays, took it right down the field?
Just our tempo. We started out the gate right away with a 22-yard just pass, and then just went from there. We set the tempo right off the bat, and just kept the defense nip at their toes and just kind of keep going and going and going, just executing the small things. And we had a great game plan for that opening drive and throughout the whole scrimmage. So we just went from there and we executed great.
Was the events after the scrimmage kind of what it's like to be the first team quarterback and all this stuff starts spreading around?
Yeah, it's just kind of it's just like a normal practice going out there and just having some fun with the guys and just kind of setting a leadership role and just kind of having fun out there and just getting prepared, getting in game situations, just go out there and execute.
Who are some of your receivers that you're starting to develop a little bit of a chemistry with or a rapport with?
All of them. I know I've said before, they're all the guys are going to be the stars. There's not going to be just that one guy. It's going to be all of them because, I like going through all my reads and taking what's there instead of just trying to forcing the ball for just one guy. It's kind of something that I kind of look at and just kind of use everyone.
How's Mike Williams been doing in practice? What you've seen?
He's doing good. He's picking it up, and his past couple of practices have been really good. We're connecting on a lot of stuff, and we're looking really good, and he's looking good out there. He's getting involved in it more and being a leader out there and just developing himself as a better player and teammate. Oh yeah, he's we've been hooking on some stuff. Just looking really great out there. So the chemistry's coming along. It's looking good.
As you've added weight and muscle, how has your arm strength perhaps increased?
I think it's increased more than what it has been because I've been working on my footwork and throwing motion a lot with the guys and with my dad. So I think my arm strength has improved since last year, and it's just something I've always worked on and always keep on working on. So I'm comfortable with my arm strength, and it's been working. So
it's probably not as much for distance as it is for quickness, getting the ball out quick and getting it there quickly. Have you seen noticeable?
Yeah, that's all about the chemistry that we developed over summer. Even with arm strength, what my dad always tells me, it's not all about arm strength. The only thing that's good about arm strength is it's there when it's needed. And it's just you shouldn't really throw a ball more than 8% because that's the most accurate ball. And the only time you really throw 100 is when it's a small window or it's needed for a deep ball. But that's something that we develop over chemistry and timing.
Taj was criticized but also admired for his ability to change plateaus, change levels, going to sidearm, whatever, three-quarters. Mm-hmm. Do you do any of that, or is it always the same?
I try to always do the same consistent thing, but there will be times there are guys in your face, you have to drop sidearm, throw it around them on the orthodox throw. But other than that, I try to keep the same motion every time because it leads to better accuracy balls and gets you more in rhythm.
And how about the deep ball? Is your accuracy on the deep pass improving, or
yes.
is it?
It's always improving every single day because that's something that we always got to focus on, and it's some of the little things you got to keep working on every day. And it's been improving, and it's looking really good.
Is that something you've had to work on specifically?
Not something that I specifically have to work on, but it's something that you always have to keep working on. You just don't want to forget about short routes and just work on deep balls, or just work on deep balls and forget about short routes. It's something you always got to work out with chemistry with the receivers.
One of the things we keep hearing from the coaches about, Cole Stoudt was efficient today. Are you the guy that's going to take the check down, move the chains, rather than always kind of taking that shot?
Yeah, that's something that I've always done. I've always just taken what's there. I'm not always the guy to try to force a ball. I will every now and then, but it's something that I'm not comfortable with doing. I like going with my reads one at a time, taking what's there, and that's what's moved the ball, and that's what I'm comfortable doing. I like operating within the system. As
a result, do you think that you'd see longer drives this year than maybe we've seen out of a Clemson offense in the past, where you're kind of chewing up the defense a little bit?
It could be different. It could be the same. It could be different. But it's going to be we're going to be a fast-paced offense. If it takes 15 plays to get down the field, it's going to take 15 plays down the field. But if it takes 2, it's going to take 2. So we're going to go out there. We're going to execute to the best of our ability and just have some fun out there.